Okay, so we wait for a while for doctor. I think we are having a small technical issue. Just give me a moment. Okay, we are having a small technical issue with doctor side, so I hope you guys can wait for a while. Hmm, can play some music. Everybody,
Assalamualaikum.
okay, Alhamdulillah. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, doctor. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you. Hang on a second.
Yes, doctor. Okay, so doctor is already here, so I pass the floor to doctor.
Okay. Can you hear me again?
Yes, doctor. Clear.
All right, clear. Okay. Assalamualaikum. Good
Welcome.
afternoon, everyone. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yeah, I'm really sorry for some delay. I need to restart my computer. All right, let me get the material for you. Yeah. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, doctor. We can.
All right, good, good. Okay, thank you, Samuel. Thank you, everyone. So welcome back to the our talk tonight. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the delay, and then thank you, Samuel, for the introduction. I'm sorry I cannot hear you guys for the introduction. Anyway, inshallah, my name is Mokhtar Harun, and then I'll be with you tonight for the talk on the strategic uh, com- strategic conversation. Um, Strategic conversation to enhance your communication skill. And then the first time that I get the invitation for Samuel for a talk, and we discussed about the topic, and I did give him the topic, the communication skill in negotiation and consulting. And then, but when he came up with a better title, we have here strategic conversation, right? Strategic conversation. Mm. All right, for this one, for the strategic conversation, it is the is kind of brand new. It's kind of brand new. Um, uh, it's just a brand new idea on how we conduct the meeting, and then for this one, I one second. Right, for so that's why for this the talk, it is more in negotiation and consulting, and then we go straight up to the agenda, and then my computer on my side is also slow, class. Okay, it's a bit slow. Maybe now it's during the night. A lot of people is using the internet. Okay, so the agenda now, we're going to talk about the four types of communication, and then we will take a look at what are the golden rule for effective negotiation and consultation, and for the strategic conversation, I call it SC, and then we'll take a look at the definition and origin, and then why strategic conversation is so important, right? Why uh, the strategic um, conversation is important. And then tonight, I'll share my experience of SC in negotiation and consultation work. Inshallah, tonight I'll present you uh, three three previous work in consultation that I've done with UTM, and then it spanned from 2005 2012, and the latest one in 2017. Actually, I did a lot more consultation, but I think this tree is really good for you. And then we're going to take a look at the final tips and takeaways. Right? Okay, so for types of communication, oops, sorry, if you look thoroughly, we know that you know the uh, okay. Let me get pen for you. Right. So the first one, this is the one that you are already familiar with. We send email, messenger apps, and then for you, fourth year graduating student, you are more concerned on the resume and then project report, right? And then one of the written uh, types of communication is a white paper. Have you ever heard about that? That one is the information or issue. Normally, we have that from the government. This is what we call white papers. Maybe they have a idea, or they have plan to do something, and then they want the public to know. So everybody will have access to this written document. For the verbal, it be divided into two, informal and formal, right? So for formal, it's like meeting, and the one that we have today, conference and online meeting. And then this one is very is quite important, non-verbal. For the non-verbal, is a body language, eye contact, nodding, overall demeanor. And then for the overall demeanor, make sure that when you go for the interview, and we go for the interview, make sure that your overall demeanor doesn't send a negative impression to the prospective employer. So you have to be very energetic. You need to if you feel tired a bit, or maybe you feel sad, or you feel something's not really right at that time, please maintain your overall demeanor. This one will include everything like body language, eye contact, nodding. So it can translate into the your personality and emotional state at that time. So think about interview for like 40 minutes, 1 hour the most. So try to be as happy as you can. Right? And then for the visual, this is what we in a professional do. All right, in a professional. Okay, now you are going out from UTM to find the job, maybe working on your own and so on. So you are professional, and then whatever you do, you need to send a message, all right, from the image that you take, and then you're going to come up with the explanation. So your explanation will come up in the graph, the table, and the flowchart. So these are the three that's very very important, all right, for us professional. So in this case, engineer, right? When you do something, you need to come up with this table, graph, and a flow chart to convey to your client that you are doing the job, delivering the job. Okay, so 5 golden rule for effective negotiation and consultation. So we have a lot, some reference, they have 10. They have 10, rows. Some have 8, and this one, I choose for you 6. I choose for you 6. Number one, you need to analyze and cultivate your BETNA. Have you ever heard about BETNA, Clark? No? Alright, so BETNA basically stand for best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Alright, to negotiated agreement, and then the the for this for this step, you need to really know what can you offer to your client, right? Alternative, if something that may not be going right, and then you need to change plan and so on. So BETNA is very important. Keep in mind couple alternative that you may think of, in case that your your plan, your plan A doesn't work. So this one back now we call it plan B. We call it plan B. And then negotiate the process. So this one is important. I'll show you when I share my experience later on, the 3 experience, and then we see how we negotiate to come up with the to how to get the job done, to get the job done. Right. So you need, in the meantime, you build rapport, and then when you talk, you need to listen actively. So always think that your client is always busy, right? Even though you are busy, they are much, much more busy. All right. So make sure that you ask good questions. So I want to take this one out. A good question, because we never know. We never know. You think that this is a good question, but it's not a good question for your client. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Ask question. Ask a lot of question, because it may translate into this one, implementation stage. This is what we really want to take care of. This one, and then this one, the process, how to come up with the deliverable. This one, when you're working, we have a lot of this thing, deliverable. At school, you may have to wait, like right after semester break, to have first test or first assignment, turn in and so on. But when you're working, sometimes may come up. The client may need things earlier than we agreed on. All right, so they say that, okay, sometime we may pay you more, or maybe we will ask somebody to help you in order to get the deliverable earlier. So expect to negotiate the process, and then with the implementation stage in mind. Okay. All right. So, what is the strategic conversation? Strategic conversation, by definition, is a structured discussion. So this one is very important. This is a structure. All right. It's a structure. So you call someone. So you call a group of people, and then the group of people normally we select. All right. We select the member, because the leader might want to have the first meeting, want to have some idea how are we going to about to tackle the problem, right? So normally it will be structured discussion on a significant issue. So the issue is very significant, or the problem, and then we want to develop a shared understanding. What does it mean by shared understanding? So everyone would know the objective. This is what we want to start with, and then we want to we want to know what are the outcomes, right? What the outcome? What is the outcome? And then, so the outcome, let's say that we want to have one outcome. Maybe we want to have two outcomes. It depends, right? So And then what are the options if this one doesn't work? If this one doesn't work, what are the option, all right, for a decision and act plan of action? All right. So as a professional, we always think about this thing. We always think about this. We always think about the implementation stage because we've been paid. We've been paid for the job, right? We've been paid for the job. We need to deliver. Yeah, sometimes, that's why I said that I feel tired, I feel pressured, I feel all those nasty thing. But to be a professional, that's the way it is. And then, you know, it's kind of different from what we have at school, all right? Right? We have at school, right? Okay. Class, if you write me something in the chat and so on, I cannot see it for a moment. Okay. Alright. Okay. Oh, please wait until we have maybe discussion after this, right? Mm. Okay, so that's on the definition. Structured discussion on the significant issue or problem and the aiming to develop shared understanding among the selected member, the selected member. And then what we are doing we want to know about the objective, outcome, option for a decision. We want to make a decision. All right, so that's why you see that when we buy apps, right? When we buy software, see that they have right software 1.0, isn't it? 1.1, right? 1.1, 2.0. So this is what we call, the plan of action for the time being. So we may change, like right now, maybe we want to work on a apps 1.0, something like that. All right. So where's the origin? So this idea of strategic conversation come from the Richard Heyman in 1997, long time ago, right? Long time ago, and then it's not called strategic conversation. It is called strategic talk. They call it strategic talk. Strategic talk. So what's so special about it? What's so special about it? For the strategic conversation, it has one element. We call it role playing. So sorry, tonight I wouldn't be able to to discuss about this thing. Role playing. This one is very important, where you will behave in a group, as someone, all right, and then your group member will behave like someone else. So we try to look at the issue from many perspectives, right? So maybe some of you have heard about ways of looking at roses. You know roses? Roses mean love, right? Roses also mean cruel, right? Roses mean pride. So it can be positive to certain people, and then it may be negative. So for the strategic conversation or strategic talk, the idea, the element that's very important to get the job done is to do role playing, where member of the group behave in a certain way from certain perspective. All right. So Royal Dutch. Royal Dutch is the um, is the is one of the group that been said to initiate strategic competition, but this one is not verified. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Okay, so see how strategic conversation different from casual conversation. So we have how many? 11. We have about 11 aspect here. Yeah, 11 aspect. So I would like to discuss with you the only three. All right, take a look at tone. Tone. For the casual conversation, the tone is very informal. All right, relax, friendly. Yeah. And then you are free to select the setup. So you can free setup. All right. So this one, casual conversation. But for strategic conversation is very formal. It's very formal. So that's why when you have when you have to dress up for certain function, take a look at it. Take a look at it. So they call it formal. So they will tell you what types of mm, uh, attire that you need to wear for the meeting. So maybe they want you to be in a tracksuit, right? In a tracksuit, we don't know. Eh? Maybe they want to be in a three-piece suit. So please check. But they are very formal, whatever it is. Okay, so participant, for the participant, friends, family, and peers, right? So for the stakeholder, leaders, decision makers, see that? So these are the important people, for the important people, right? For us engineer, for the engineer, what are the four stakeholder? Four stakeholder is the our profession, right? Profession. Our what? Huh? So I cannot see at the chat. But right? Huh? Profession. Number two is our employer. Employer. This is a stakeholder. And then public. Number three. Number four is environment. All right. So we engineer. This one is basic stakeholder. But when you working, you will have your own stakeholder who what we call will be affected by the decision that you're going to make from the conversation that you are to partake. All right. So and then the third one, take a look at this one. This one, please look at it carefully. For the emotional engagement, right? So for the casual conversation, high emotional expression. See that? You can show your true colors, all right? When you discuss in a relaxed setup, right? But no, in this strategic conversation, you have to be very composed. You need to be very composed. Don't get angry unnecessarily, right? Don't get happy unnecessarily because the thing that we are uh, doing is very serious, and then we don't know about other member of the meeting. Other member of it. So you need to be very composed. You need to have a balanced emotion there. All right. So why SC is very important because everyone can contribute ideas for on equal footing. So from one of the reference that I read, so SC is very important for your career, for a career. How? All right. If you in this one, and then you have an equal footing to speak up, and then but you speak quiet, quiet. You don't want to participate, right? So that may say something about you. So your other member want to know what is this guy role? Are you still valuable to the company? Do you want to contribute to this crew? Are you be thinking about something else? Is he or she here on other mission? different from what we are doing. So that's why strategic conversation is very important. Take it seriously, right? Take it seriously. And then opportunity to ambition issue, problem from many perspectives. So this is how the we this is how we are to solve the problem, right? We want to see what is the challenges, right? Challenges. Okay, have you ever heard about retreat, class? Retreat. So if you call retreat, so you go somewhere else, away. You go somewhere else, away, normally for SC, all right, for strategy, conversation, all right, for strategic conversation. Hang on a second. All right. So number three, comprehensive application of SWOT. Of SWOT. You know SWOT? SWOT is a strength, is a weakness, O stand for opportunity, right? If you are doing SC for your company, right? You want to know how your product will partake in the in on a startup. You know what is a threat, what is a weakness, and then we want to know what is the opportunity and so on. So that's what SWOT means: strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. And then the true SC, higher chance of obtaining well-rounded solution. Solution. Uh, like I mentioned, maybe that one for version 1.0. All right, or maybe we're done with 1.0. Now we are going to 2.0, something like that, right? For one objective. And then encourage formulation of new adapted idea, right? Adapted. Why we say adapted? Why we don't say just the new ideas? Remember, there are other members in a group. So we need to agree on that. Adapted ideas and concept. So sometimes people say that when we go for the retreat, we're going to do the brainstorming, right? So this also the part of the SC, strategic conversation. Huh? Nothing to be afraid of. It's a thing that you'll be doing a lot during your career. Right? Maybe someday you will become a vice president, and maybe you become the CEO of the company, or maybe you become the chief financial officer. How come, sir? We are engineer. We become how come cannot be a chief financial officer? Maybe after this, you go for the master in management or marketing or master in finance, right? To make you more marketable. So you become CFO, right? Chief financial officer. Right, so these are the things that you will be doing over and over again with your group to steer ahead bigger issue bigger issue. And don't worry, we are part of it. And then that's what they are paying us a lot for our job. Don't be don't be discouraged with the startup fee, startup pay. Later on, you can what we call demand for the higher salary. But you need to be you need to be here. You need to know where you are saying, where you can contribute here, 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 where you can contribute here. So you will become marketable. All right? Marketable. Uh, this one is something is active. Is what we call active activity. This one is what we call active activity. All right, take it seriously when you have the opportunity to be in this group and so on. Right. Okay. And then don't be shy. don't be shy to do mistake, right? Because everyone start from zero, right? Normally, uh, a lot of people start from zero, okay? Even though you are now running so fast, climbing stairs in a couple of seconds and so on, but you are at the beginning is a baby, doesn't know what to do, right? We start from zero and then we progress. So don't forget, don't be afraid about making mistake. All right. So this is about sharing experience, right? So, so this one is about the sharing working experience. So for this project, Baram South Development Project in 2005, I was appointed by a contractor. This contractor, they are to install the loudspeaker and its peripheral at the PAGA, Baram South Development. All right. And then we are giving tasks 3 weeks. You know, I get a job. I get a job. Here's KL, right? And then here's UTM Skudai. And then I get the job at RNR Icro. I get a job at the RNR Icro. They come halfway to here. We come halfway to here. And then we meeting in a KFC. I think about 4 hours there. Hmm. 4 hours there. We meeting. We couldn't afford we couldn't afford to go to KL. They couldn't afford to come to UTM Skudai. Right at that time, mm, the email is not really good. No messenger apps and so on. Email very slow, and then we get hacked very easily, and then a lot of problem, right? So, but anyway, I have 3 weeks to complete. The contractor was concerned about the speaker. This speaker being decided by the M&E consultant of the project. In this case, the owner is Petronas. And then Petronas, they have a M&E consultant. M&E consultant decide how many loudspeaker and peripheral to be put on the oil platform. But the contractor to install it, they feel that looking at the number of the loudspeaker, we may be having hard time to pass the test. When they test for the sound coverage, they test for the speech intelligibility. So they want third party opinion. Third party opinion. Alright? Alright? They said that UTM, please help us. Alright? They come to me and then please help us to come up to check this project and then see whether, what do you say about it? So, what do I have? I have only plan layout of the project. huh? We have a type and position of the loudspeaker to be installed. That's all. We have type of the loudspeaker. We don't have this specification sheet. All right, we don't have specification sheet. We don't know how the loudspeaker coverage is. We don't know what is a polar pattern. We don't know what is the polar pattern of the loudspeaker. How are we going to do in 3 weeks? How the report will come out? How the report will look like? I don't know. And yet, we need to present to the contractor because they're paying us, and then he want to meet with the Petronas and say something about that loudspeaker and peripheral on this project. It's quite a big task, right? So what we do is we take a look at the type of the loudspeaker that really similar to the this loudspeaker to be installed. All right. So we find something similar in terms of power. These are all guessing, class. These are all guessing because we don't have the actual. We don't have the actual what we call um, specification. Even if we contact the M&E consultant, they may not be able to provide us. Maybe their supplier say that no, the, the the specification is only for the someone maybe in contact with them and so on. All right. So to do the job, we need to get a similar loudspeaker, because other loudspeaker that may have the same probability so over the internet. So we take the specification from there, and then we go for the theory. We go to theory of the propagation of sound, all right, sound intonation, huh? All right. So we put that in the report, right? So we come up, we go for the literature. We go for the literature, and then we come up with the this one. If I'm not mistaken, we have this is about 25 pages, right? 25 pages report. Right? So what we do, we deliver pattern, sound pressure level distribution. Sound pressure level distribution, so in measured in decibel, decibel. So how far in the on the platform. So what would be the sound pressure level, and then we also suggest to them the loudspeaker tilting, and then we suggest to them what is the angle, what would be the angle. We think that this one can cater for let's say that this one for the upper deck, so we have 5 level on the all platform, mezzanine, uh, uh, we have the living quarters and so on. Oh, I forgot to tell you, what is a PA? PA is a public address. It's a public address. Announcement. What is this? This one is very important. What is this? GA? This is what we call general alarm. Right? If you're sitting on the all platform, you are sitting like on a time bomb. Right? So your loudspeaker should be working very, very well. Right. So we come up with the report, we give it to the contractor, and contractor go and have a discussion with the Petronas and the its M&E consultant. So we don't know what happened to them, and then we get the paycheck for our job and so on, and then they're very happy. Right? So they have the basis of a discussion, because they have this one from someone who knows about the sound and audio, about the alarm, about sound propagation from UTM, right? So in order to come up with the report, a lot of a strategic conversation about calling, about sending message, about email, about asking this, about asking that, and so on. So every single information is very, very valuable, because we have only 3 weeks. We cannot say, oh no, we are running out of time. We cannot find the information. We cannot say, cannot get the report done. No. You promised 3 weeks. You should finish within 2 plus. All right. If you finish after 3 weeks, meaning that you are out of job. No job for you. Right. Right. No one will hire you next time. Okay. You need to be punctual. You need to be punctual. Right? Because that's what you have agreed on. Otherwise, if you are not really sure, right, since I have some idea of what to do and so on, I said that, okay, sir, 3 weeks is fine. 3 weeks? Yeah, 3 weeks. That's the most we can give you to you. All right, 3 weeks, inshallah. 3 weeks is fine. All right, project number 2. Project number 2 is on the Subang, Eurocopter Subang. So this one in 2012. So we have 1 month, 1 month. But the problem is the facility has 2 levels, and then this facility is already open. is already open, and they have from the pilot, helicopter pilot from Southeast Asia, Southeast Asia. They are coming, to the facility for the training. But the office was noisy, and then CEO was living in the hotel. Is not living at his place. So this is COO office. Yeah, this CEO office is quiet. Alright, they design very quiet, but here is very noisy. And on the level 2 of the facility, in a toilet, is it's like you are it's like you are living near the roadside. All right. So the the noise coming from here, the AHU room. AHU is a air handling unit. But the problem is where how does the sound penetrate into the area? How to seal that? How does it go? Where it come from? How it propagate in on the first level? How it propagate on a second level? This here also is noisy. It's quite noisy, right? It's quite noisy, but it doesn't affect the pilot because pilot is here. The simulator is here. So when they are here, no problem for the pilot. The problem is when they come out and then they go for the meeting on the second level. So the room is quite noisy. Mm. So uh, what we did, I have to devise to devise the measurement in order to track how the noise uh, propagate in the area. So I come up with a noise contour in a report, eh? And then spatial SPL. So spatial means place. In a simple word, at that particular point, what is the sound pressure level in decibel? At this point, what is its SPL in decibel and so on? All right, so they can know that, okay, this is how the sound propagate in the area, right? With the ASU system on. Right. So after 1 month, we submit a report, and then the contractor that get this job, they went for meeting with the helicopter, and they install someone to do something on here. So, but they now know how to check whether the job here being done at the showroom, the refurbishment area, refurbishment work by the contractor is okay. So they can check our report. UTM say this one is noisy. So when you do something here, so we want to see that no more noise here, and so on. See that? That's what our contribution as a professional. People don't know about sound. We do know. I know. All right. So I offer my services and then think how to solve the problem and then get the job done. So after that, now this place is quiet and then everyone is happy. And then the the CEO sorry back to the office. You see how much they paying him? He's staying at a five-star hotel in Shala every day in, day out because he cannot stay here. They treat this room that when you take all the big and nasty sound off, there will be a small sound, and this sound will be very very nasty. They call it lingering, like ching, very slow but annoying, very annoying. Right? So you need to treat the nasty noise. Okay, project number 3. Project number 3, velodrome nilai. So this one, client, the contractor, they are to install 32 loudspeaker at the velodrome nilai. So when they install they will be asked for a test. All right. This test normally they'll go for the sound pressure level distribution, and then what about your speech intelligibility? Intelligibility. So how is the intelligibility condition in the area? All right. So I know how to take care of this thing, but the contractor doesn't know. He only knows what types of cable, how what would be the fixing for the loudspeaker. He doesn't know loudspeaker should be tilted that way, this way, that way, and so on. So he asked me, okay, doctor, at that time, oh yeah, I do have doctorate already, right? Normally they call me Mokhtar, right? No doctor, right? Okay, so please help us, please help us. And then number two, we are concerned about when we have this loudspeaker tilting high, very good, huh? But the environment is quite bad. The environment is quite bad. We want you to persuade, to propose study case to JKR. For those international here, JKR stand for Public Work Department. Alright, so they own the velodrome Nilai. eh, Before it being handed to the uh, Malaysian Sport National Sport Council. Alright, so they are owner. So we want to ask money from the JKR to do something here, because the acoustic in this area is very bad. All right, so they want to have to me to propose to JKR with my test simulation result, with my experiment. I need to show JKR, that this place need what we call room treatment. Room treatment to make the acoustic quality really really good, right? So they want me and want my expertise to help them out. Why? Because in the velodrome we have concourse. So the way people want to hear here is different from at the sitting, right? It's different from the studio here. It's different from the, let's say that this one is a sport arena. Sometimes people do some sport arena. So how are we going to decide about how sound propagate in here? So we come up with the test. So this is what we call simulation. This is a simulation package. Alright, so from the mm, computer aided design, we transfer that to EASE, electroacoustic simulation for engineer. Alright, so once we transfer this CAD mechanical thing, this one mechanical, to something, this one you can have the room like in a 3D. You can take a look at from y-axis, from x-axis, from the 3D, and then you can have a bird view, a bird eye view. You can have a bird eye view of this facility. Right? So this one, take a look at it. This is what this is a velodrome. Okay, and then um, here it is. So from our simulation and test, we say that, okay, this area is good. This area is good. But this area is bad, something like that. And say that, and then for here, like here, we have, so see that we give this speech intelligibility contour in Alcon. Alcon is an old speech intelligibility index. Articulation, loss of consonant. It's an old one. People don't really use that. People use like speech transmission index. People use rusty. But why I resort to all one? Why I didn't report in this form? Why I didn't report in this form? Why? Because our client, JKR, they are very familiar with alcohol. They're very familiar with alcohol. So don't get smart. Don't get smart. Because the people that we are going to face, they know very well about alcohol. So don't try to be smart. Sir, people nowadays don't use alcohol. We want to use something better. Now don't when we are professional, we have to know the level, right? If our client like that like that index, so you follow them. You follow them. So we report the speech intelligence control in terms of alcohol, right? In terms of alcohol, not rusty, not STI. Mm. All right. So the now from here we have the job done, right? So in this project, I need instead of report, I need to report. I need to present finding to JKR. All right. Yeah. I didn't get a job to install the loudspeaker, right? The contractor does, but the contractor doesn't know how to present about acoustic, about sound, about noise propagation, and so on to JKR. So they appoint me to offer me. I need to offer my professional services to JKR on behalf of the contractor, and we get paid for that. So UTM get paid for that. Understand? So this is what we call professional services. So along the way, we do a lot of repo, checking, take a look at how we're going to implement the solution, see what's the problem and so on, right? And then, so we need the clarity of purpose, all right, for the desired outcome. Alright, every time you need to have this one crystal clear. Alright, crystal clear. Purpose. Purpose is normally only one. The purpose is only one. Right? One. And then you break this purpose into purpose is only one. You break that into many objectives. Let's say that 3 objectives. Alright? Alright? So 5 objectives. What does it mean, objective? Objective is how you skin the cat. No. Nobody eat cat, right? Nobody eat elephant. Elephant is big, right? So you eat elephant, bit by bit, piece by piece, something like that. So how you skin the elephant? So objective is basically you break the purpose, that one purpose, into a smaller task. Let's say that you have 5 member, right? 5 member in your FC. In your FC, you have 5 member, so everyone take one objective. Understand? So that's how you contribute. That's how you contribute into the um, how you contribute into the what is it? So that's why how you contribute, right? You contribute here. And then number 2, strategic conversation not only about speaking, but about listening actively. You need to listen. Yeah? Not only speaking, you need to listen what other people is saying. So from there, you can have a clear idea. Maybe you're not really clear about something, right? Maybe you don't like it. All right? Right? So you might say that I think I don't like this idea, but who you are in a group of people, so you need to say something. Oh, our member doesn't like this one. So what about customer? Is our customer like this one too? What's the problem with that? So we discuss really, really actively here. And then through strategic conversation, we collaborate. We try to understand other parties and to foster trust. Otherwise, if you're keeping to yourself, right? Oh, sorry. If you're keeping that to yourself, all right, you have equal footing to speak, right? But you don't speak. So something's not right about you. Is it in the group? People might think that, what is this guy here for? All right? Right? So remember, in the university, we talk about group work, about the working in a group, about collaboration, about the teamwork. So this is teamwork. SC to show the step for the teamwork. You're not going anywhere at that time, only in a meeting, right? Only in a secluded area, very nice hotel, a good swimming pool, a good meeting area, and so on, right? Maybe your company have a lot of money, right? It's just a beginning. It's just the beginning. But people can see whether you are a good member for the project or not, right? So SC is very, very important. Once you get the opportunity to get into one, do it really good. And then, why? To collaborate, understand other party to foster trust, because we want to design effective framing. So, like myself, like I mentioned in project 1, project 2, project 3, I come up with a report. Okay, that's all. My effective framing. Report. Hey, number 3, report. Right? So, if you're not sure what to write in a report, what the report is all about. When your client take a look at the report, what report is this? So you have to be very, very comprehensive, serve the purpose, solve the problem at that particular problem that they assign you to do. And then for project number 3, they want to present the finding for the client. Client doesn't know anything about sound, about intonation, about acoustic, and so on. I do, so I help them. Yeah? So after I finish with the report, I finish with the presentation. They pay me the fee for UTM. Right, finish. Right. So when they go, we don't know what's going to happen. All right. So here's are the references, and then thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, Doctor, for really amazing session today.
Thank
Uh,
you very much. Thank you
and
very much.
the example was quite like nice. How you relate the example with the real life, like reflection, or how should we act on particular situation. I
Nice.
hope that everybody can understand and relate with themselves as well.
I hope, yeah, it's an eye opening for you guys. Something that you may benefit. Maybe you don't really understand the term that I'm talking about, but I hope you can see how the strategic conversation, affect your participation in a group, in a teamwork, the one that we talk all along in the university. Teamwork, and how you're going to position yourself in a group. So that's how your career, how you'll be marketable to the to the company, to the organization. Maybe if you have your own company, right? So you can have develop new good program and excellent services to your client.
Um, thank you so much, Doctor.
Okay. All right.
If anybody have any question, please feel free to ask or drop in the chat. I will deliver it to doctor. So you can also ask real life examples. Don't be shy. I also have personally communication issue. I used to have. Then I need to learn by making mistake and getting into situations. So that's how I learn different type how to do like communicate with people, how to adjust the voice. As doctor was mentioning previously, like different type of casual conversation, we need to see on the aspect what we are like talking about, the purpose of it, our tone, how we talk it. We need to structure the conversation, like how we engage. Let's say we need to fulfill our objective. How should we engage? How we deliver? Then how we get it done? Something like that. And sometimes the context that we cannot be over smart, like we need to be knowing our audience how they understand, or like we don't cannot be over smart saying things that, oh, we know this kind of stuff, but we need to know what our client understand, and how the person we are like communicating with, they understand and they can relate back to themselves. And it was quite amazing, doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank
Doctor,
you
I
very much.
personally have some question.
Yeah.
Let's say, I mean, I mean, I did understand like the whole flow, if, like the flows and everything, like how we should communicate and everything. But sometime, we actually mistakenly, I mean, I'm not sure whether I say mistakenly or not, but sometime when we want to deliver or we want to communicate, we start giving away false information out of overconfidence, and start saying maybe some lie, um, like how to say, statements, false statements. How do you see that? Like how do you like, let's say you are identifying as a good communicator that somebody is lying, or just to make it feel in or fit in, or try to say that they are trying, I mean, trying to fitting in. So how do you like suggest, or what is your perspective on that kind of situation?
Samuel, can you give us example? One example?
Let's say, doctor, like we are talking to each other, then I mean, sometimes confidence is always important, right, for
Uh-huh.
communication. But out of confidence, we say something that is not true,
No.
or we try to say something that is totally not. Um, I mean, if you analyze properly, it's quite of accusation,
Okay.
more of, rather than like judging someone, or let's say like delivering information, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. You still get a chance to see the person or the group one more time, or
Yeah, 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 yeah. We are doing
you.
conversation daily. Yes.
Oh, you so meaning that you are still in the group, you're still in the conversation, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, doctor.
Mm, okay. So if you think that the thing is quite clear or is quite quite distinguished, I think I'm sorry. I just remember, I a couple minutes ago, I did say something about this one. So it's not really correct. It's not really correct. I want to correct myself. Take care of it. At that particular moment. Don't let you and your group are out of the meeting area, because it's going to have another burden on you. If you realize that, make sure that you correct that in that proper setup. Don't worry about that. People will appreciate you for that. Oh, really? Yeah, I thought that one is really really as what you said, something like that. But you correct yourself, and then I said so. It foster more understanding of other people. Yeah, even though on our side we are actually apologizing for our mistake, right? But don't feel bad about it. Yeah, because to correct ourselves for in a group is meaning much more to other people, because some people maybe at that particular time they were daydreaming, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
They don't even listen to what you say, is it? The idea is that bias among people is very very high. Bias and high. People always, they catch the negative thing so easily, and they remember that kind of thing so for so long time. All right. So if you get a chance, oh, I realized that this one is not correct. So you know, um, correct at that particular moment, if you can, if you can.
Understand, doctor.
Mm, yeah.
Thank you so much, doctor.
Mm, all right.
Anybody have any question? Please feel free to drop your question in the chat.
So it's getting late, 9:47. I'm
Yes,
sorry
doctor.
at the beginning, I had to restart my computer. Yeah, but
It's totally fine, doctor. It's
very
totally
sorry.
fine. Technical issue happens. Totally understandable.
I'm very glad to have you all here tonight. I hope these are all graduating student or student going for LI. Right? So those are the things that you're going to face in the industry. Learn from there. Don't worry to participate. Try to be active. Even though you have stomach ache at a particular time, but if you can, if you can. If you can make yourself compose for that small amount of time, smiling all the way, and then try to participate. All right.
Thank you so much
There's
for your advice, doctor.
the opportunity to be at the function.
Mm. Thank you, doctor.
All right. Thank you very much. So my apology if I'm done wrong during my presentation, or
Not at all, doctor.
if I have something not clear and so on, please feel free to contact me. If you are in UTM, you can see me in the acoustic lab, or you can contact Samuel and have my phone number from him. Right?
Yeah, don't get shy. Doctor is really nice. If you can even sit with him, you will gonna see like how insightful he is, like how the view, how he can give a real life view on different type of perspectives. So if you really need to understand, if you are
Right.
lost, let's say with something, you can also go try asking help from doctor. Doctor is really nice person.
Uh, all right.
Thank you so much, doctor, and thank you so much everyone for joining today's session. Before we go, we want to take a photography session. So please turn on your camera. Then we will give out feedback form. So later can take the form for this. Doctor and doctor, please sharing. Um, please turn on your camera, guys, so we can have a small photography session. Hello, guys. Open your camera. Hello. Feel free to open your camera for a while. Then we can close up. And once again, thanks to everyone for making some
Thank
time
you.
for today's session. And I hope everybody have learned a lot of valuable lesson. And later on, we will try to share the video so you can check on our YouTube channel.